everybody. And hello to my panel here as well. I've got Stevie, Les, and your monkey boy, Gary.
You're lucky. I was seriously thinking about wearing the palm tree today.
Well, the serious question that needs to be asked is, do you have any bananas? Because every monkey's got to have bananas nearby, surely.
I finished them already.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
You're
well.
full of energy then.
Yes,
Full of something, that's
banana.
for sure.
That's funny.
Oh, gosh. Let me just say hello to everyone. We've got here, Hannah, telling everyone to subscribe. Yes, please subscribe if you're new and hit like. Hey JFD, hi Gia, hi Steven, hi KK, how are you doing? Hey Cement Shoes. Oh God, why is it not working? There we go. Hi Cement Shoes, hi Screens of Anubis, hi SDC, who's here?
She's here?
Shambi.
Oh my god. Somebody stop me.
And he's bringing the bananas for the monkey boy, Gary.
Oh, thank you. I'm full already. Full of what you call
Got
that?
his slave.
Full of those crooked things.
Yes.
No.
Oh God.
Where's Cherry when we need her?
Yeah, exactly.
When we need her.
Hi Rebecca. How are you? And we've got Linda here as well. I'm Di for JD. How are you, love? So, hi to everyone coming in as well. Unless I've missed anyone. My energy's already started going hot, even though I'm not doing any readings. That's so weird.
Energy is flowing through you, girl.
Yeah, got Stephanie here as well. I'll start getting like hot flushes in my cheeks. Like my cheeks start going bright red when the energies are coming around. And I know it doesn't happen to everybody, but with me, for some reason, I have rose cheeks anyway. But as soon as the spirit and the energy comes near me, it's like straight to my cheeks. I always get dead hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
For me, it's my hands. Like, whenever
my
I
hands
do
as
anything
well.
energetically, my hands get really hot.
You have chakras in the
You know,
middle of your
I'm
hands, don't
kind
you?
of the same way too.
Ah, well.
You might have healing hands, Stevie. You might want to look into that.
Perhaps. I will
Yes,
for sure.
That's take your time, Anna. So everybody, obviously you've seen the thumbnail, and we're here to talk about intuition. And I'm so glad that I've got all of you in the chat, and I've got these lovely people here on the panel. And I've cheated a little bit because I've written down what I need to talk about.
You're not supposed to tell them you cheated. They're just supposed to think you're, absolutely brilliant.
No,
So
this is from my own mind, but I had to write down so I don't cheat.
So everybody in the chat just heard that I win because Keeley cheated. Okay, so we've got that on record. I need that.
It's the only win he's gonna have today, so let's just give it to him, okay?
Yeah,
Please.
Just wait till you hear what she wrote down about you, my brother.
Ooh, damn.
There goes the win, and there goes the win out the window.
Wah. Fail.
Well, it's all wonderful.
I'm
sure I'm just joking.
Oh, that's all right. I'm going to leave right now. I can't believe it.
Well, going on about winning and stuff, in a bit, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little game of strengthening your intuition, and you can be competitive if you want, but it's not about who wins really, but about giving you a chance to tune into your intuition. And I'll explain it again in a bit in case we get people coming in, but what we're going to do is I'm going to put one item in this box, and I'm going to show you the items first, obviously, and then you've got to guess what item that I put in. We'll save that for in a little bit.
I'm looking forward to this.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for this.
I know. So, okay, let me just get started reading this, and then we'll get on to the different subjects one at a time and go through it all.
I was sick before that game.
Calm yourself. Connect with your Zen. Define your intuition is define yourself. Your inner knowing. We are all born with intuition. But growing up, especially in Western countries, we can really let that escape us. As we try to fit in and impress our peers, we become accustomed to fitting into society's norms. And like, I think that is very relevant with a lot of people, is that we, like, from a young age, we're told, like, as a child, to act and be a certain way and to act a certain manner. And it can really dampen, like, the soul's natural ability to trust itself and to trust you. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that, like, as a kid, just a sense of knowing, like, where you know that there's a danger even without knowing. You might still do stupid things because you're a kid, but you just have, like, a sense of knowing that I shouldn't do this, or this can hurt me. Like, for example, a baby, when it's born, its reflex is to put its arms outstretched. When you let go, they put their arms out, and it's the instant knowing that there's fear catch me, you know, straight off the bat there. And when we're a young child, I'll repeat myself now because I've just said this. When we're a child, we having a know. It tells us when danger is near. It's written into our DNA. But we unfortunately can lose that. Me being an introvert all my life, I've always had my intuition. I've always never fitted into society's norms, and I've always felt like an outsider looking in, especially in social groups and stuff. I found it really, really difficult to fit in with people, and it's because I was just so different. I was never able to fit into society's norms. I don't know why. But having that strong relationship with your intuition can help you make a lot of decisions. The only thing is to do that, you had to ultimately trust. That bond between you and your intuition can be hard, especially when you ignored it at times, and as a result, you lost that trust within.
Sorry.
Go on. Go on.
If you're happy, sorry. If you want me to wait, let me know. But I just
Not whenever you want.
When you said about, like, how we kind of, when we're children, we have that intuition, but then as we grow up, it's sort of, we get told all of these different things, and society gets in the way and says, no, that's not reality. That's not even something to focus on. Well, it's really, I mean, from my point of view, personally, I actually had an interesting experience. Well, I think it's interesting because my mum was always spiritual in different ways, but she was also, just keeping the spirituality aside, she was always actually very, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. She would embellish chaotic. Everything, if that makes sense. Yeah, chaotic. And she would embellish, and at times she wouldn't tell the truth. So for me, what that did for me was it gave me a negative impression of spirituality, of intuition, of all of those things, anything to do with the whole spiritual kind of realm. And so because of that, I closed off to it for, well, I'd say probably the best part of, 30 years. So, and it's only been really recently for me that I've actually felt like, in the last 9 months or so, that I've actually felt myself open up again and be open to all of those things. And, well, it's been amazing. It's been fantastic. And so I think, what you said about society, so spot on. And in my case, it was even narrower than society. It was my mum's, attitude and everything like that, and the way that she carried herself around spirituality that put me off. But, now that I look back, it was a shame that happened. But now that I've feel more open to the universe, you know, to everything. It's an amazing feeling. And I just wanted to say, I actually just being here with you guys, like I've just like felt a little lift in my energy as well. So yeah, it's awesome.
I did. Like, I was so nervous coming on, but I was the type of nervous that I am before I do a demonstration of mediumship. It's the energy bubbling up, if that makes sense. So, like, when I talk of like being nervous, like before, when you guys was nervous about, it's just the energy was bubbling up, and it's now that it's here, it's like the energy's lifted to high vibration and just settled at that high vibration, if that makes sense. And it's nice sitting. You've all got great energy, and I absolutely adore that. You're laughing at me.
That boot's coming for you, man. It's coming for you.
It's got the boot. The giant boot is swinging.
I know. I always get the boot, but I can't help but chuckle because I just love it a bit.
Oh, that's sweet.
So sweet.
It is sweet.
I do,
gosh.
Keeley. I love you. Take that. I can actually relate with you on that aspect of whatever what you were talking about. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you out. I know you want to get on with the stream, but
no, it's fine. We're here to talk and have a conversation, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, love. But yeah, it was the same thing with the way I grew up, because I grew up in a specific religion. It was Christian, is not denominational, but it was very specific, and it's all around the world. And the things that they taught us, I mean, like, this was the gospel truth. You had to follow this. You know, you can't go beyond this. If you don't believe this, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
Basically, type thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And as I grew older and just started letting go and, you know, having conversations with a bunch of other spiritual people, it kind of made me sick to my stomach how I grew up like that. You know, just basically brainwashed. I mean, there's some good points, of course, you know, and it's with every religion.
Absolutely.
There's always good points and great stories and, you know, things that you should take heed and to heart as far as how you should be as a human being and to other people. But there were just certain aspects of it that was just like, wow, okay, this is not right.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to step back and open my mind again to everything else. And, you know, and actually my buddy, my best friend, he's a Buddhist. Well, he's not practicing Buddhist, but he grew up in Buddhism and stuff like that. And even the points that they make there in Buddhism, it's just all about love and light, really. You know?
Well, it's interesting that you talked about religion there for a second, because I know Les has a a good saying, which is like, if there's an or else after anything that says like do this, then that's a problem, you know, like
I love that.
and religion does that all the time, like do these 75 good things or else. And so and that just puts the fear in there too.
It's all based on fear.
Yeah.
This comment that Annie's put here is so funny, because it basically is what's like next what I've got here written down. Sometimes we lose our intuition and listening to it, especially during relationships, and especially a bad one. A lot of you guys hit on, and I think I've mentioned Stevie that I've been in 2 DV relationships. So written here, even though I've always had a strong intuition, there have been many times through my life where I didn't listen to my own advice, because I didn't trust myself. Because, don't get me wrong, that little voice within spoke up and tried to get my attention, but my head sometimes spoke louder. These were often the hardest times in my life, such as going through DV and battling depression. Finding that you have an inside voice, inside alarm system that protects you and helps you is very empowering. It wasn't until I forgave myself for not trusting myself and made that pact to now do so that inner voice really started to be heard again. And believe you me, at first she was pissed off, she was mad that I had abandoned her. Like when I like felt longest time. But when you go through like hard relationship, there's hi Hooray of Peace.
Hey, Hora.
There's times when you like people manipulate you so you don't trust yourself. Like they make you
Right.
guess and question, and you lose that trust within. And like, or sometimes like your emotions can speak louder. Like for example, when you meet somebody, you have this adoration and love for them, and it like puts a tinted glass, and that intuition, if you don't truly listen to it, it can be blindfolded. And I know that happened to me. I know that the intuition was there. There was red flags, there was signs, but for some reason, like you start to doubt yourself as well. And that is like situations around you, whether it be your own self going through a stage of depression, or somebody else manipulating you and making you second guess, making you question, telling you that your intuition is wrong and that you don't know this, or when they're doing something wrong and they're lying to you, like you know that they're lying to you because you love them, you're trying to believe them. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I know a lot of like, I know that, for example, like Gary went through that, and I know a lot of us went through that, and that intuition should have stopped that. If we had it loud and clear, it would have been like, hey girl, this isn't healthy for you, get out of there. But we knew that. Like, I know that I knew that when I was going through it, but I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening to it.
Well, because you're a very strong empath, and I was the same way as well. So you always make excuses for the other person.
Right.
Yeah.
And you nailed it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you nailed it when you said they I think right off the hop, these people have us second guessing ourselves. Like almost immediately. So even someone who does have really good intuition and does listen to it, they're all of a sudden they've come up against this thing that you're like, well, wait a minute, like I thought I was doing great, and then all of a sudden you're not. And I like to explain my intuition as like my friend, and every time, and if I don't listen to her, she's like, well, you know what, screw you, I'm gonna go on vacation, you're not invited, and you let me know when you're ready to pick this back up, because obviously, so like, because it will actually go, she will quiet down so much that it's almost like she's disappeared. So it's almost like she did go on vacation without me. She went on like a whirlwind, took all my money and Fiji tour, took all my money and went to Fiji, and just because I wasn't paying attention. So I remind myself of that every once in a blue moon, like pay attention because she's gonna go. And
that's
you're the one supposed to be going to Fiji, not her. So come on, let's get it together. Let's get it together here.
It's such a good point, because, and I think like Keeley, I've never been through anything, as horrendous as you have, and others, but in an emotional sense, absolutely, the not listening to the intuition, even though there was bad things there and it was like bad emotions, but for me, I think also was the constraints, the societal constraints of the mind. Like I was in my head, I've got this person, and so I should be grateful that I have this person, even though they're not good for me, even though they don't make me feel good, even though I've got all this negative energy around them and I'm not trusting myself, I'm not being myself. But geez, I should be happy because I have someone. And it's a self-esteem thing too for me. Like I felt like, I was only worthy of that person. There was no one else out there that I could be worthy of. And so, and those type of people will repeat that for you and keep telling you that, yes, you are only worthy of me. You're not worthy of anything else. You're a this, you're a that, all the things under the sun. And you believe it. You believe it after a while, after all that repetition. So it's one of those things that just keeps going.
And it's
almost it's like that saying, isn't it? If you tell a fish it's a monkey all its life, it'll grow up dumb thinking, why can't I climb a tree?
Right.
That's how the saying goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So basically, if you tell someone something all the time and it sticks in their head, they start to believe it. And the self-doubts and the limiting doubts and the fears all kick in there. Go on, Gary, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no, you're fine. That was funny what you said about a fish climbing a tree. What?
Yeah. It's gonna think it's stupid. It's like at the end of the day, the fish will think it's stupid because it can't climb the tree. It's like, well,
Exactly.
but that's how we feel. That's what people do to us. That's what people do to us. They make us feel stupid because we can't swim across the ocean in a day.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. And it's in the Toltec books, isn't it? You know, in the Four Agreements and everything, where he says, like, you can't turn a cat into a donkey.
Right.
So, but the thing is, people
trust me,
try
I've tried. I've tried. Can't do it. I read that. I was like, I'm going to prove you wrong, sir. And then, no.
And then it turned out to be half cat, half donkey.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, it didn't go well.
But like we get, you know, it's exactly the same as the fish thing, because, and relating that to relationships, like, you know, someone with me might look at me and go, well, you know, you're an ass, and I need to turn you into a unicorn. But it can't, like, it doesn't happen. It just can't happen. You can't change me. I'm just who I am.
Yes.
And but people try and do that over and over again, and normally through negative comments as well. Like,
yes,
why aren't you this? You should be this already. Why aren't you this? Be better. Do better.
Do better.
And then on the other hand, that's where a lot of us get stuck in those situations, because we feel like we can change them into a better person, but you can't do that.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Even though
so that's a very empath thing as well. So
yeah, I mean,
my love will fix it.
Exactly, Les. Exactly. But it's not going to change anything. It may work for a little while, may put them in a good mood for a minute, but it's going to go right back to just, you know, just how they are. People don't necessarily change. You can try to change their mind about certain things and try to influence them in positive ways. But at the end of the day, they're just going to be who they are. And if there's a lot of negativity, then there's nothing you can do about that. They have to change that. You can't put that on them.
Yeah, and they can do it. It just takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of look inside. And sadly, a lot of people just aren't willing to do it because it's terrifying, not realizing that it's just terrifying for a minute. It's just a minute. And then you get more comfortable with it, and then it gets easier. And then you get excited when you find blocks and things and, you know, odd thoughts that you have and, you know, belief systems. And the thing is, Gary, what the hell did you just say? Because I had a piggyback of that and now it's gone.
What about trying to change someone?
Trying to change them. Oh, well, they're projecting their own. That's where I was going. They're projecting their own insecurities. That's all they're doing, is they're projecting, because they're saying, well, I'm not worthy of you, so I got to bring you down about 1,000 pegs because I know I'm not. It's like, well,
right. It's
like,
like
don't put your shit on me. Sorry, excuse
well,
me.
it's interesting. It's interesting talking about how on that exact topic, like talking about changing people or people changing. And I feel like, you know, changing somebody else is not really something you can do, but changing yourself, and I like to think of it as growing. But for me, it was like, you know, I mentioned sort of the 9 months ago mark, and that's about, you know, when it was for me. But like, what I felt like in that moment, because I did have a moment, it was almost an instant knowing and understanding. And in that moment, I realized that for the last 15, 16, 20 years, I'd been a projection, a shell of myself. But what had happened in that moment was the shell cracked open, and I actually realized and felt comfortable with who I actually am. And from that moment on, it's like, okay, well, I know who I am. I'm comfortable with that. I you know what I need to do in every situation, and I can trust myself. And that's not to say in an instant it's like I've got it all down, I'm good. It was just having that realization opened me up to everything else, and being able to work on myself, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it. You can everyone can, no, you're right. We can all grow and develop. Like, the only way anyone's going to change somebody is people who are not nice people who try to mold people into, like what Les was talking about, into what they perceive as their version of what they want you to be, so you can be on their lower vibration, because they like looking up at you on this pedestal, like, what, I can't deal with that person up there. They're going to find somebody else, whatever, because of their own insecurities, rather than just, improving themselves to get rid of their own insecurities. They need their own self-growth rather than molding another person to bring them down. Aside from your I didn't mean to.
Amen, sister.
I think a lot of people, sorry, Gary, I think a lot of people just don't know how to do relationships. And I think that's where we find a lot of our problems, where they don't know what they're looking for. They're just looking for the outer external. They're not looking for the characteristics, the personality, the belief systems. Like, are they a good person? What do are they going to be able to have the conversations that I want to have and stuff like that? Like, are they emotionally available? Essentially, we don't add that to the mix when we say I'm looking for a partner. All we're doing is we're looking for the outer shell. With especially with the girls, it's the trifecta of sixes: 6 foot, 6 figures, and 6 inches. If he's got all that, he's perfect. He could be a class A-hole. Like,
bloody hell.
Well, there's about 2 of those I don't have, so I'll let you.
All right, and that's what we're doing on today's intuition.
Right?
That's what we're doing on today's intuition test. We're figuring out what Gary doesn't have.
But yeah, you're right. Absolutely, it's like they're just in love with the idea of being in love.
Exactly.
Yes.
You got that from me.
It's true, though.
Not staying in love with the idea of being in love, because I've said that, I've talked about that before. Like, in my past relationships, I was like, one of the things that kept me there is that I was in love with the idea of being in love. Like, I kept this positive mindset that things were going to improve and get better, and that this person, he was hurting me emotionally and bringing my vibration down, that if I carried on giving them love, that their vibration is going to come up and they're going to start doing that. Because in them kind of relationships, there is happy times, there's happy moments. You tend to sometimes focus on that rather than the negative. I was just written here as well, there is many techniques you can use to strengthen your intuition and connect back with your inner voice. And the first one I've got here is to go on a deep dive dig within yourself and look at your past, which is what we're talking about now. I want you to think about a time when part of you said, I knew it, after something went to shit. Maybe this was a relationship, a job, or a business offer, or even little things. When you recall these memories, you will probably notice, especially the big ones, that there was red flags and warning signs that you missed, probably because you didn't have proof, or simply because you didn't want to believe it. Seeing that you had this moment of intuition in your past will help you pay close attention in your current situations and choices. And we basically just covered all that anyway, like we just spoke about all that, but to recall them times like in your past when you did have them red flags, whether you listened or ignore it. Hi, Katina. Is empowering to know that you are able to, you have got that intuitive voice, even if you don't believe that within yourself. The biggest, sorry, go on.
No, but you nailed something in there. You nailed a really good point that I wanted to just just bring to light, because you said like we don't listen to it because we don't have proof. And what I have come to the conclusion in my life, I don't need proof. I don't need proof. If I don't feel good, I'm out. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if that pisses anyone off. I don't care if I just don't care. If I'm feeling uneasy, that is my proof. That is my proof. And I don't need to show it to anybody, because we don't have to explain ourselves to anybody. We can just get up and go.
Exactly.
That's such a good
Nicely,
point.
obviously nicely, but we don't owe anyone anything.
Yeah. You're not just handing out cactuses everywhere.
No,
But
no. Not today,
it's
anyways. Yesterday.
But it's such a good point, though, because we put our
little FU.
It's a parting gift of a cactus.
we put so much. It's such a good point, though, because we put so much energy into worrying what other people think. You know,
Yeah.
and worrying if they're going to be upset if we say no, and
Right.
like no seems to be, apart from a few others, one of the dirtiest words that we think of ourselves is to say no to somebody. But really, at the end of the day, like, it's not really hurting somebody to say no. It's not, doing anything but recognizing that something just doesn't work. There's no connection. There's no reason to have that relationship, whatever it may be, like a friendship or an actual relationship or whatever it is. Yeah. And that's the key. Like, if you don't feel good, then don't need to be there.
Yeah. And what I love RuPaul, and his famous saying is, what somebody thinks of you is none of your business.
I love it. Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So
it's
none of my business what they think of me. But that's it, what you just said, Liz. There's been time in my life, only just recently, that a certain person just gave me the heebie-jeebies, and it just set off my energy off in a whole negative type of way.
Mm-hmm.
And my intuition told me that this person, they're not good for me. And that, when I spoke to people about it, and they said, well, what proof do you have, that they're like this? Or I'm like, well, I don't need proof. I didn't listen to my intuition for a long while, even though I knew she was there. And now when it speaks up, I listen. I don't need to have proof in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All I need is that gut instinct, that knowing, because I'm clairsentient. I think that's how you pronounce it. I work with the knowing. So I just know, it just comes instantly. And some people don't see themselves to like being that intuitive type, but like we've all experienced it at some point in our life. Even if it's something simple, like you miss a bus, like something told you before you left the house, I'm gonna miss that bus, and you get in the street and it goes by, you're like, I knew it. I knew it, and it's just. And that I knew it is that's your intuition, even just something little like that. The next one that I wanted to talk about was meditation. Our minds are so loud on a day-to-day basis, and this definitely disrupts us from hearing our intuition. So we really need to quiet our minds. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools to have, and once you master it, it empowers you in the most miraculous ways and helps you in many ways. Obviously, one is intuition, but meditation helps with your physical health, your spiritual health, your mental health, and your emotional health. You might not see yourself as the meditation or the intuitive type, but if you want to strengthen your intuition, the meditation is a great way to do so. Meditation can be just having a conscious deep breath in and out. It can be just lying in bed and listening to relaxing music before you go to sleep. You could listen to a guided meditation. I have a few of them here on my channel. Obviously, there's plenty everywhere anyway, but there's all different ways you can, but anyway, let me carry on. I'm going off on my own time. Anyway, meditation gives you a higher level of consciousness over your thoughts. It helps you realize you are not your thoughts. Thoughts can be intrusive. So when you meditate and reach that higher level of consciousness, you can observe, identify, and conceptualize them inner thoughts flowing through, and let them pass by. By practicing quieting your mind and mastering this technique, it allows you to identify and observe your inner voice and intuitive thoughts. Quieting your mind in meditation also allows you to push away fears and limiting beliefs. Doing this will help you build a bond of trust with yourself. So, like, I know that Stevie meditates, and I know you meditate, Les, and I know Gary meditates. I already know this.
As much as I should.
How often, like Keeley, how often do you meditate? Because I do twice a day now.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't always get twice a day, but I definitely do, like, before I go to sleep. That's my main time to do. I'm a mum of 3 kids, so at the moment my daytimes are so loud. So the best time for me to do it is the quietest time of the day, and that is when I'm going to sleep. I get woken up by children. Mom, can I have? So it's loud, and then it's loud until they go down. But I also meditate when I'm doing, like, non-dangerous activities. For example, before I did this stream, I was meditating whilst I was doing my makeup. I had relaxing music on, and I was just doing conscious breathing, taking slow, deep breaths, and quieting my mind. And I wasn't meditating is basically not focusing on anything, or doing, like, a great way of meditating is doing a mindful activity, which takes your mind right away from everything else but what you're doing, such as drawing or something like this. Being mindfulness is a great way to health anyway, but doing a mindful activity is a form of meditation. A lot of people here, do you can just doodle. You don't have to be a big drawer, but it does. It relaxes you, and that's what makeup is. You're basically drawing on your face. So that was my mindful activity for today.
1 second, my love, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm gonna go have a mindful cig, but I'll still be listening on my phone.
Well, there you go. That's not a dangerous activity, so have at it.
Not at all.
Breathe deeply.
But maybe you want to, get to the comments a little bit and see if there's any questions or comments that you want to, get to in there. Everybody's being so lovely in the comments right now.
Yeah. Are you telling me how to run my stream?
It sounded like it. That's what it sounded like to me.
Trust your intuition, Keeley. Trust your intuition.
Oh, God.
Swing the boot. Swing the boot.
Here comes the boot. Oh, man.
She's like, not again. Good grief. You're like Charlie Brown.
Oh, he's booted. He's gone.
Oh, wow. That was so sweet. All right. Charlie Brown, I love that.
Okay. Natalie says, I have no patience for meditation, sadly. But some people don't. Some people find it really, really hard to switch off. So that's where I find the guided meditation very useful. Or you can just listen to your favourite song, whatever music you like. It don't have to be meditation music. It could be rock music. It doesn't matter. It's just about whatever you find relaxing, and then just chilling to it, just vibing, and doing that, it helps relax you, and obviously relax. I love there was a really good Pirates of the Caribbean one that I found that me and Gary have both been listening to it when we do a joint meditation, and it's really good. It's because I like ones where it makes you go on an adventure, if that makes sense. So that's really fun. But it doesn't have to be a meditation music, Natalia. It can be whatever you want, or it could be just when you're going to sleep. When you're starting to quieten your mind down, just do some deep breaths. Not everybody's comfortable in meditation, and that's fine, but we do it all the time without meaning to. Like I said,
we do.
When you're doing an activity and you switch your mind off it, you are go on, let me switch this back around. Let me try and do it. I don't let me. There we go.
Nice. Well,
Well,
sorry, you
well,
go.
I was just gonna say, like, even when we're driving, when we black out and we're like, how the hell did I get here? Like, what, like, how many red lights did I just blow through? Like, you forget. You're like, I have no idea. So you've meditated, and I also like you've just meditated out because it's your subconscious is driving the car. We don't drive the car, our subconscious drives the car. As soon as as soon as we learn how to drive and we're confident in it, our brain shuts off and our subconscious kicks in. So that's why we don't do this at home, folks, but we can be on our phone, have a smoke, do this, do that, give the guy the finger on the way by. Like, you can do all that while driving because it's your subconscious. But when you black out like that, you've just meditated. Like, so we do it all the time, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you do.
And you can do that. And exactly, I've done that exact thing. Like, you get home from like a 15-minute drive, and you're like, I'm home. How did I get here?
Yeah.
You know, I don't worry about the fence that's dragging behind the car, but it's fine. It's fine.
It'll be right.
Obviously, don't intentionally meditate when you drive. Don't close your
No.
eyes.
That was not an invitation to do that.
No.
But you can like lose track of time and just zone out. That is like a form of meditation.
Yeah.
It's not the the closing your eyes and whatever, sitting in the lotus position type, but it is a form of meditating. Like you're from one point A to point B, and you don't know how you got there. For me, it's walking. I don't drive yet, but I do walk, and like it's so weird because my kids will be talking to me and everything, and it all just switches off. It just like I don't know how, because like Mom, it's like my mouth will be on like auto answer, but my mind is like somewhere else, like totally like away with the fairies.
Yeah.
And I'll be on before night. Oh yes, home. How did I get here so fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got to have a quick break as well. It's not for the same reason, but I just got to run to the bathroom real quick.
Can you give me some water while you're up?
Will do.
Thank you.
Then there was Katina says, for me, it depends on the day. Sometimes I can't quiet my mind, but others, it's really easy to just focus on my breath. Yeah, focusing on your breathe, like breathing in and out, is a really good one. And another good one is like going in tune with your heart. If you close your eyes and put your hand on your chest, this is a great way to like get. This isn't like off the button. I haven't written this down, but this is a great way to get in touch with your intuition as well, because with your intuition, it comes straight from the heart chakra and the solar plexus. And when you have a moment of intuition, it hits the heart before it hits the mind. And your heart rate changes when you have an intuitive moment. So when you get used to your heart rate and you become in tune with that, which you can do through meditation just by putting your hand on your chest, it's very relaxing. Then you become in tune with your body, and you learn to notice them signs when you're having an intuitive moment. Gary's meditating right now. That's the sound of the universe, isn't it?
Yeah. I like to if I need to quiet my mind, I like to just breathe in and say thank you, like mentally, thank you, and then breathe out, I love you. Thank you, I love you. And I just keep doing that, and eventually it quiets everything down, and I'm, sending my love and gratitude to the universe at the same time. So it's like a sandwich. It's like a spiritual sandwich that I'm kind of creating, but it's a quick and dirty way to really, for me, to quiet the mind. Yeah. Like I can get really low, like I say low, but deep in like 5 minutes when I do that. Like it just instantly.
Really deep and really high.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. I feel like I stretch out. Like I honestly feel like my entire being just stretches out that way. It's crazy.
That's so cool. Well, I do like a guided meditation. There's a guy that I listen to all the time. Actually, there's two of them. One's Kenneth, and he's got a great accent. And then there's actually an Aussie guy called Jason Stevenson who's got some really great guided meditations. And there's one that he does, which is like you were talking about before, Keeley, going on a journey. So it's like, you know, rooting your physical body where you are, and then sort of going out of yourself and going on a journey. It's really cool. But for me, quieting my mind, I've got this guy in my head. You know how everyone's got someone in their head? Oh, my guy's Nick, and he sometimes will not shut up. And like he's a casual guy, but I've very often had to tell him, like, and I've said this out loud, like, shut up, stop talking to me, like, stop talking to me in my head, because you are not me. You are just some guy in my head. So shut up, go sit down over there, because I've got things to do in here. Like
It's too
I've got
loud.
stuff to do.
You know, weird fact, some people don't have an internal dialogue, and some people don't see images in their mind. Yes, Google it, you believe me. But some
Really?
people do not have an internal. I imagine how peaceful that would be, though.
Oh, no,
It was so lonely as well, though, because I love
would
it
be
up in
lonely
myself.
because I have plenty of conversations with the Nancy in my head, but I can visualize, and I've actually been trying to enhance my visualization, because I can visualize things that I know, I've seen, I've been there. But if I'm just making things up as I go, I have a really hard time seeing it. I know it. Like I just know, like, I'm like, okay, like if you said, okay, like picture this car that I've never seen before, I'm like, okay, well, I know it's there. Like I can see, like I know that I see that it's there. So I'm starting to really, really focus on my, like, up my visualization. But a lot of people don't think that they can visualize. It's like, well, close your eyes and, you know, picture your fridge.
Well, some people literally can't see images.
That is insane to me. That is insane.
Me
I'm
too.
going to Google that. I'm going to research that. That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I want to meet one of these people. I want to know what it's like in there.
I know, like, people of like obviously some people they hear like images instead of seeing them, and all that. It's like, what? Like, like, how do you think without hearing it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can think songs and everything in my head, like all sorts of stuff. I can imagine smells, and I can smell things in my mind. I don't know if that sounds weird.
I can do smells that I can do. Yeah.
And I can visualize. So I have the whole thing. And Gia says nature sounds a good way to meditate. Nature sounds is one of the best ways to meditate, I think. I love the sound of like water flowing or thunder.
Yeah.
I love thunderclaps. Like a storm. I don't know if that sounds weird, but I love the sound of a storm, or like a rainforest storm as well. Is really pretty.
Yeah,
nature sounds, yes, definitely.
that's one of my favorite ones, is the rain and thunder and stuff. It's I don't know, I just like it. It just feels good.
Yeah. I just did a meditation for a client, and that was her request, was a thunderstorm. I'm like, I'll give you a thunderstorm, baby. And she loves it. She absolutely loves it.
You should ask Gary to record. It's always thunderstorm in there. That's what I was just about to say. Sometimes on the phone to him, and you know, you can hear thunder going off in Florida.
That actually works.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you. Yeah.
That actually works. I like that.
I love you too, Gary. I love you too.
I love you too. Aww.
Ooh, it's getting steamy in here.
Oh boy. Was Shelby eating wings again?
No, that was just steamy for her. Poor girl. Poor girl. She was such a trooper.
It was Deb.
Such a trooper.
I know. Bless her heart. Oh my God.
I couldn't do it.
She put herself through all that. But hey,
all them hot wings.
Yeah.
That was
I felt so
fantastic
sorry.
stream. I really loved it. And if you guys haven't seen that yet, go back and watch it on Dr. Soup's channel. It's for the charity stream, yeah. And I'm sure the link is still on there. too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking she could do a short of her just eating like little clips of her doing just all the hot wings. She could do a short.
Oh, she should.
She should.
And
Should
all
call
of us
her.
just
I'll call her
having
later.
a blast just watching it. laughing
Yeah,
nonstop.
exactly. I'm like, who better her than me?
Yeah, it's funny because it's not me.
Exactly. Exactly.
That was an awesome stream, though. It was so
It
much
was
fun.
such a good
Oh,
stream,
wow,
wasn't it?
so good.
She did such a great job.
She did, yeah.
Awesome job. Awesome job.
It was a really lovely
I
stream.
wonder how the charity's going right now. Has anybody seen the latest?
Has she
on
closed it?
Or is it still?
Ooh, I don't know if she closed it or not.
Hold
Not
on.
sure.
Oh crap! Did I get rid of the link?
Yeah. You can pop the link in there too.
I may have because it was over.
But I must say, that was a great meditation I just had.
Mhm.
Very nice. Keely's having hers right now too.
Shh. Don't brass on it.
Oh, am I gonna get the boot again?
It's always there, mate. It's just hanging right above that giant size boot. Always waiting.
We're up to 38.5.
Ooh, so
That is
good.
Not bad at all.
So good.
It is not bad at all.
Ooh,
Can I
Annie
put the
says
link
the
in?
Annie says she loves the sound of crackling fires. That's a good one too. I
Oh,
do
that
like
is a
as
good
well.
one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like
There's
that.
I put the link in. You can remove it if you'd like. I took it upon myself.
No, it's good. I'll pin it when I can find it.
Did it not take? It didn't take.
Oh, is it in?
Didn't
Write a
work.
comment. You've never commented in my stream before, that's why. Comment
Oh.
and I'll make you a mod. I need to give you a
Just
wrench.
adding a little ambiance. Sorry, guys.
I love it. Thank you.
God, it's beautiful, mate.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
thank you.
There we
Does this
go.
Hang on.
sound familiar?
I didn't
Right,
say
now
it
you-
properly.
Now you
Thank
have
you.
permission to write a
Thank you.
comment.
There we go. Did that work? Yes.
Yes.
It looks like it did.
Hey, nice.
Yay, thank
Oh
you.
no, I pinned the wrong one. Okay. Place in message. There we go. I did it.
You did it. Gary's so pretty. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
so nice. Do you want to come round to my house and play some for me?
Says the guy with the guitar in the back. It's like you just come play it. You play that one for me.
Yeah, play that
DJ's
one.
not on.
I don't have to bring my guitar.
That's right. Just bring you. Just bring you.
See if you get a minute, if you write something, I can give you a wrench as well.
Sure can.
So Google in case you got anything. Okay.
Oh.
Like butter.
Mhm.
Whose song is that, sir?
Oh, well, I think it's one Monkey Boy Gary song. Dr. Soup. It's Dr. Soup's song.
Don't be so.
And it's a
Stop
beauty. It is a
Your
beauty.
your modesty is
Right.
getting in your way.
Yeah, you're right. I'm always far too humble.
You never
I've
take
got a trophy
credit.
for it.
You do have a trophy for it. It's fantastic. It's on the mantle.
It is.
Yeah.
And
It's
Jesus-
a great song, though.
Can we buy a
The lyrics-
CD of
lyrics
Gary's
are great.
sounds? Like a great way to meditate.
Ooh.
I was
would buy that
thinking
CD.
that. I was thinking that. I'm like, damn, like you could really put together some really beautiful meditations.
I know. Keely's
Do you
been
know
listening
how
to
many?
this forever.
Yes, like
Oh.
since before we ever done like the relaxing music on the background. I said,
Mhm.
can you do it so I can do it? I've not even done a meditation in forever because I've been waiting. Because all the other music just gets demonetized straight away. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Such a
straight off.
procrastinator.
Yeah.
But it's not entirely my fault, you know, because every time I get off work, I'm just on the phone to you, and what do? We watch films together.
Aw,
That's
Mary
nice.
Lou likes
that
Well-
is very nice. I like that.
Yeah,
Well, Gary,
it's
mate, I tell you,
it's part of my day.
I'll come up with a CD. I'll buy it. I'll buy
Yep.
it for
I'll
sure.
buy it too.
Yes.
You wouldn't have to buy anything. Get out of here. I'll just
No.
send you the MP3.
No worries.
Speaking of, I am actually getting out of here. Hold
No,
on,
don't get
because
out of here.
someone didn't bring me any water.
Oh no.
Oh,
So
fail.
yeah,
I'll punish myself later. I promise.
thank you.
She said, thank you. Thank you for punishing yourself.
Right. Well, the next one here that can help your intuition that I put is writing an intuitive, writing a diary or a journal, whatever you call it, of intuitive moments or times that you've had an intuitive moment throughout your day. And then later on, you can you can reply to it to see whether your intuition was correct. For example, like if you had even little things like I feel like without looking at the weather, I feel like today it's gonna rain, or I feel like today is gonna go a certain way, or and then just write it down so that you can look back at it and see if that little intuitive moment was correct. That is a really good way of doing it. And whilst we're on journals as well, I also think like a dream diary is a good one as well. Like when you dream, your subconsciousness speaks very loudly in your dreams. And I've written here, like, as random as your dream might be, writing it down is important. Your dreams are your subconscious's way to communicate with you, whatever's up. The more you do this, the stronger it will be. It's brain training to remember your dreams. To understand your dreams is also hearing your subconscious voice. It's connecting you to your collective wisdom from past experiences, because your dreams tend to like hone in on like things that you've been through or things that you're going through now, and it's like helping you make them decisions subconsciously. Decoding it helps you with your current situations. It strengthens your ability to observe and decode your brain's way of thinking. So yeah, I think that journals is like call it, is a really, really good way to help you with your intuition. Both just having an intuitive journal, writing down like when you have intuitive moments to see if you're right, and also writing an intuitive a journal diary. Bloody hell, my words ain't coming out.
Oh, but it makes so much sense. I mean, I've been writing down my dreams for a while, and it's really interesting because I have to do it. I have to do it quickly. I find because they get lost. You forget what the dream was about or something. So it's and I'm a bit of a ding dong because I have a notepad next to my bed, but I still end up just texting myself because I don't know. I just don't grab the notepad. I grab my phone and I text myself what the dream was about. And it's the most random crap, but it's not random in a way because like some of it is so, like you said, it's kind of in line with what's going on, like in life or something that's happened before or a feeling that's happening right now or something like that. And 99% of my dreams, before I share this dream, 99% of my dreams are nice. They're positive. They're lovely. Like they're actually really good. Sometimes I don't understand them, but they're good. But I did have this one a couple of months ago or a few months ago. And the reason I'm sharing it is because it was an interesting way that it ended. So, and I've had not too many, but I've had a few lucid dreams over the journey. And it's really interesting because in this dream, it was a bad one, but like somebody was, and I think from memory it was actually, I don't want to say who it was because I can't remember exactly, but I think it may have been an ex. But anyway, I was in this room and I felt like I was being like chased, like they were after me kind of thing. And I was hiding and I was trying to get away. Like, you know, that was the feeling. And it was really like, it was one of those really, really vivid dreams where I could actually feel the fear physically. And in the dream, I said, stop, that's enough. And I woke up instantly, like instantly woke up. And I was like, oh my God, I just actually stopped that dream from happening because I wasn't enjoying it because it was a negative dream. And even though it was negative, it was the thing that the positive I took out of it was that I was able to control when it ended and instantly. So yeah, it was an interesting experience. And I haven't had a bad one since, to be honest. So
good genes.
That's a good thing too.
Well, there you go then.
It might have been a cord cutting of some sort.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you ding dong using your phone to text.
I know, because the light wakes you up. The light of the screen wakes you up.
Well, that could.
Yeah. Well, I feel like one day I'll get it right, and I'll start using the notepad.
Yeah, you know, it's good to write things though, because you got that tactile contact, and you're using more muscles that are just like, you know, exercising your brain when you write things down like that instead of just typing. But
and when we physically write it out, our brain is noticing that we're noticing, like it's aware that we're aware. So to be the observer of everything going on, our brain can actually not focus on that thing anymore. It's like it can file it away as taken care of. So it goes in the taken care of pile because it's like, okay, she knows, she's aware, she's written it down. We can move that to the back so we don't have to keep pestering with her with it. So if I would suggest that if anyone has any like repeating thoughts that you just can't get rid of, just write it down. Write it down and your brain will automatically just move it to the different file folder.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm gonna try that because I got a bunch of thoughts in my head that I need just to write down.
Yeah, just write them down and just be done with it.
Oh man, when it comes to dreams though, you know, I can remember quite a few that are very, you know, lucid or whatever. It's very clear, and there's been so many wild ones, and some of them repeat. I love the flying dreams though, which was cool though, because you know sometimes you know you're floating and you're flying or whatever, and other times you're remembering that feeling and then trying to get off the ground, and it's just kind of like you're floating and then you're coming back down. But I'm actually trying, you know. And then there was one time where I can actually really control it, and I flew up and I turned whichever way I wanted to turn, and then. But it's always like it's kind of short-lived. But I remember vividly one of them that was beautiful. It was just like over a landscape of like mountains and waterfalls and stuff like that. It was really high up. But then there's a lot of dreams where it's like I'm in like in a work type situation, in an office situation, or being at school, but moving to somewhere that I need to be, but I'm not sure exactly where it is, and I'm just walking to find it. You know,
That's cool.
I remember all of those very vividly. It's just dream. We can go on and on about dreams. I can tell
We
you a
can
bunch
go
of them
on
that
and
I've
on.
had.
But it's good to write them down because it helps you like decode it, and it strengthens your brain because it's like the more that you remember, it helps you remember it because you're writing it down straight away. So it helps that intuitive voice get louder as well. Hooray says that it sounds like you had lucid dreams, Stevie, and then dreams we can control. With you being able to wake yourself, tell yourself wake stop, and then you woke up.
Yeah, I'm jealous of Stevie's ability to lucid dream. I've done it once. once, and I was so excited. So excited. But I don't really remember my dreams. I really don't. I know I did, but they're gone. And I know the technique to remember them. I just don't do it.
It's hard to remember to do it when you
yeah.
So I can't be bothered with that right now.
A good way though is like when you wake up, instead of like jumping up straight away. I suppose it's hard if you're being like woken up by an alarm. So it's probably you can only do this on days that you're not being woken up by an alarm. But instead of just grabbing your phone or whatever straight away, just keep your eyes closed and just have some conscious breathing, like have some mindful breathing, and it helps you remember your dream that way as well.
That's the technique that I don't do. That's the one.
Well, what's interesting about that too for me, like dreaming wise, is I've had dreams, you know, like really vivid, could be lucid dreams, and I'll wake up and I've got nothing. I'm blank. I'm as blank as anything. And then like about a minute or two later, I had to get this flood of everything from the dreams come back. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. All right. I better get this down. Because I think for the first 2 minutes, well, I guess I didn't dream, or I guess, you know, today I'm not remembering what happened. But then all of a sudden I get this flood of, all these things happen. I gotta get it down.
Or can you astral project? Because I'm really, really interested in that. I am fascinated. What? I need to learn how to do that. That's on my list of things to do in this lifetime.
We can do it privately sometime on a private stream.
That sounds exciting.
Yes, please. I'll sign up for that.
I can only remember like proper astral projecting. I can only remember one time where it actually happened to me. I wasn't even trying to do it because I was a kid. I was like 10 years old and sitting in church in a sermon and just bored out of my mind. You know, because I'm just surrounded by all these adults and just reading stuff out of the Bible, and I'm just bored out of my mind. So I'm staring at the front of the pew that's in front of me, and it has these patterns on it, and it kind of went 3D a little bit for me because I just stared into, you know, like those little things where if you stare at it, then the picture comes out.
Yeah.
In 3D. Like, it felt like that, and I just kept asking myself, what am I? Who am I? Why do I just, what am I? And I just kept saying, what am I? What am I? And then all of a sudden, I just felt like I zoomed out of my body and I could see everybody in the church. And I could see myself sitting down there. And then as soon as I realized what was going on, I freaked out. Then zoom. Yeah. And right back in my body.
So cool.
So bloody cool.
Only time.
So bloody cool.
Yeah, it was great.
I want to do that.
I want to do that too. Hora can do it.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
How cool is that?
It's cool. Really, it's good when you like look down on Earth from the sky. That's the one I love the best. When it's like out and I could see down. And I've been into the spirit world as well. I've been right up to the spirit world and seen that dimension. But it's really fun. The only thing that can freak you out, it's never happened to me, is when you see yourself lying there, if that makes sense. I've never seen myself lying there, but that's normally the only thing that scared people. But when you learn how to do it and you learn how to open up in a way of like in a way of protection and stuff, it takes away all them fears. Like Gary said, he got freaked out and jolly back in.
10-year-old kid.
Yeah. You're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? I don't know what's going on.
What am I doing up here?
No idea how it happened. It just happened, and I've never been able to do it since. You know, I don't know if I've ever properly really tried, but I'm kind of scared too. So I want to properly.
Let's be scared.
That's really cool, though. That's super cool.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, it was a good. Yeah, it was. The feeling was amazing. All right, because it was just like you just detached, and your spirit's just floating. It's so crazy.
That's really cool. Really cool. Catalyst is talking about touch in dreams as well, and I've definitely had that before. Not in every dream, you know, not all the time, but absolutely had that touch, and it's really interesting to me how the mind works and how our when I say mind, like I mean our in terms of connecting with spirituality and all those things as well, like consciousness, because to be able to actually feel that touch in your sleep, it's amazing. I find it's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's wild. I felt that too, but it's usually in my sexy dreams.
No, he didn't. And
Can you
Gary,
elaborate?
what am I doing in these dreams, Gary?
Is this Keeley after dark?
No, I'm just remembering Ghostbusters.
Well, I thought you were talking about me for a second, mate. I got all excited.
Well,
I know. Sex dreams about
we'll talk about that
Stevie.
later. We'll talk about that backstage.
Thank you.
It's so much
You're
though,
absolutely
but
right, though. You can. Or how about the dreams where you try to hit something and you just can't?
my most real dream came through an experience of trauma. When my ex-partner, when we broke up, he threatened to set my house alight, and up until I was moved out of the house for safety, I was having this same dream on repeat near enough every night. And the dream was that I was waking up to the house being on fire, and in my dream I could smell the smoke, I could feel the heat, I could hear the fire alarm going off, I could see the flames. And in my dream I'd run down the stairs checking all the plugs to make sure that nothing had gone off, or check the windows and everything. And then I'd wake up in my kitchen. So in my dream I'd walk down the stairs, in my dream and physically, and came down. And when I woke up, I had my heart were racing. I was so hot, and I was in this moment of panic. And I still needed to check that everything was okay. Why am I down here? Why am I down the stairs? But that was my most scariest real feeling dreams, feeling something. I could feel the heat all over me. It was horrible. Smell the smoke. But obviously, because I was in a state of fear at the time. But it stopped as soon as I moved to my new home. As soon as I moved to this new house, I've not had another one of them.
Huh.
Thank God.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good. I'm glad you're not having them anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I know. I lived in now for 2.5 years, and thank whoever that I'm never.
I think I think my most vivid and recurring dream is about my ex, and it's not fun. It's not a fun dream, but that's the one that keeps coming back. I haven't had it in a little bit, but when it does, wake up terrified, absolutely terrified.
They can be, especially the ones where they feel real, and it's scary when you wake up in a different room. I've only sleptwalked a few times ever in my life. I did it a few times when I was a kid, but as an adult, that's the only time I've ever done it, and it's scary to wake up, especially as a mother. To wake up in the middle of the night to a fire alarm going off. Bloody hell. So I've also got here, pay attention to your physical reactions, the physical feelings you feel in your body. Ask yourself what I'm feeling right now. This is like when you're having an intuitive moment. Is your chest getting tight? Are you feeling dread, tired, or redundant? Or do you feel a sense of relief, light, or openness, joy, excitement? Not thoughts, but physical sensations. Because our body, when we're in an intuitive moment, our body does really speak out loud to us and really tries to get our attention. Like I said, we have it in our DNA from being a baby, but we lose that ability to recognize them warning signs that our own bodies, when our own body is trying to talk to us. Such as the butterflies and stuff, because you can get butterflies of excitement and you can get butterflies of fear. It's discerning between the two, how is my body speaking to me right now? and what's it trying to show me. And I know that I've personally have experienced that, like in intuitive moments all through my life. Like when there's a person that I don't like, I have this intuitive moment of knowing straight away, and a tightening in my chest. Like it's like a horror, like a feeling of dread, like this person, like that feeling. I can't explain it, but I know that it's here, and I'll feel sick in my stomach as well sometimes. And this, to be able to connect into that when you're making decisions is really, really helpful. Like I said, my intuition has always been there, but it's only been in the last 2 years that I've been able to get back really into the depth of it, because I wasn't listening to it for a while. So you know, it's now learning all that again and developing that bond of trust and listening to how your body is talking to you. Like, and do a self-inquiry with yourself. Stop and ask yourself, like, where did this like hunch come from? Or is it like a moment of fear? Is it my own self-doubts that are putting this on me? Or is this an intuitive moment? And that's also connecting back into the intuitive journal. It all connects in. Like when you feel you have an intuitive moment, write it down. Look back at it later to see whether that intuitive moment was true. You know, because you know that's, you know, it helps you discern that. It helps you build that trust with yourself. Like I am intuitive. I do have an intuition. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's interesting what you're talking about you know, those feelings you get around certain people and things like that. And I found it a few times. It's odd, you know, coming into somebody's space or being in the space of somebody else and not knowing them, and then not actually speaking or anything like that, but having a feeling that something's just off, something's not quite right. You know, like I don't know what it is, but something is making me feel negative about this person. Like, or you know, there's something telling me that they're not the type of person to be around. And then you know, that sometimes will be proven when they do start speaking and they do turn out to be, well, pretty much a jackass, you know, like and you're like, well, I guess my intuition was right on that one. You know, person X not so good.
Exactly. It's funny how your body does that though. So that's like another thing that you can write down as well. Like if you do a intuitive diary journal, whatever you want to call it, it's just the feelings that you have when you're making decisions. You know, how you're feeling that moment, what signs is your body giving you. Like, because you've got chakras you have millions of chakras throughout your body. Obviously you have the main central ones, but you've got millions all over, and you know, it just may be something random that happens every time you have an intuitive moment. You might get a weird itch on your ears or something as random as that, but just mark down what it is that you're feeling in that moment. You know, am I feeling heavy? Like you might feel a heavy weight come on you. You might feel cold. Like people get all sorts of different things when they tap into the intuition. And for me, it depends on the situation. Like, and it's I know that I'm an empath person, so I feel that strong. I'm clairsentient as well, so I feel things quite strong. And I know I've spoke to you about this area as well, that like with people in general, like, you know, but I just feel it and I just know. Just that my body feels it, my soul feels it.
And you've barely been wrong ever. What?
We all heard it. It's fine.
We heard.
That was actually a really good reenactment.
It really was. Instant.
I've had some like I don't know if you would call this an intuition moment as well, but like when you're asleep, and like there's been so many times where in my mind, if I'm sleeping or even if I'm dreaming, I just like in my head my alarm's about to go off, and I'll wake up, and a few seconds later the alarm goes off.
Yep. Yep. Been there.
Absolutely.
I'm like,
Yep.
dang nabbit, I wanted to sleep more.
Yeah. It's like I was hoping it was a bad dream. Nope.
I needed that extra 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Well, I've had a couple of little experiences like that where it's actually, you know, it's sort of it feels like for 10 to 15 seconds, it feels like I'm actually not sure whether I'm awake or asleep still. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Those in between moments.
yeah, because it's like, did I just wake up and then I've done this, but I'm still in my bed. I didn't get up and do anything, or like, just for a few seconds, it's like, am I dreaming now or am I awake? Which state am I in right now? It's actually kind of cool. Like, it's a cool feeling to have because, you know, you're not in a place of I'm not needing to do anything. I'm not actually doing anything, but yeah, it's really interesting and really feels kind of cool. It almost feels like, in a sense, like that's actually where you're meant to be. Like that's the level you're meant to be living in, is in that, like, I'm not sure, you know, like it just feels good, but don't have to do anything, don't have to be anywhere, don't have to, you know.
And then when you finally wake up, you're like, dang.
Yeah, I want to get back to
Here I am
that.
in this world again. Have you ever had those like Inception moments where you've woken up from a dream inside a dream?
Yes.
I've
Yep.
done that
Yeah.
like twice.
Yeah.
So
It's so
freaky.
weird.
Yeah. It was very freaky because,
Yeah.
man, because you're like, oh, thank God that was a dream. And then odd things start happening again. Like,
And then
what?
you actually wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. This is
Yeah.
weird.
And you remember it so vividly. You remember waking up from the last one so vividly. So it really starts to screw with your head because you're like, okay, is this it? Like, is
Am I
this
awake?
it? Like, where am
Yeah.
I right now? Is this it? And the thing is, at the end of the day, we don't know if this is us dreaming or if us going to sleep is us in real life. Like, we don't know what's what. So we just
Yeah.
assume that this is like reality. That's what we're assuming. But
Right.
are we just like, is it? I don't know. There is a
Exactly.
great show on
This could be a dream right now.
exactly. There was a show on Prime and it was In Dreams. On the very first episode, they nailed it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, was it? No, Electric Dreams. Electric Dreams. That's what it is.
Electric Dreams.
Yeah, really, really good. And so the first one nailed it, and this is exactly how I think it works. So, what's her face from True Blood? What's her face? The blonde with the accent. Anyway, she's in it, and so what the show was about, what this episode was about, was she was her in one state, in one reality, and then when she went to bed, she was actually a different person. She was actually a man living a whole different life, but they knew where they were going. So when she went to sleep, she knew she was going into this next reality. She would quantum jump into this reality where she was this dude living this other life. And then when it was time for her to go into her other life, she would just go back to sleep and wake up. And so wherever, so it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But I was like, oh my God, they nailed it. Because that's exactly how I feel dreams work.
What's that called again?
Electric Dreams.
Electric
Yeah, that
Dreams.
sounds cool.
I think, yeah.
I just wrote
I'll
it
double
down.
check when we're done. I'll double check for you. But it was the first episode was just, it blew me away how they did it, how they explained it, and just made it make sense. And
That's so
I
cool.
think they thought they were doing something sci-fi, and I'm like, no, you nailed it.
Reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had one dream like that, only two, not last night, the night before, very similar. And it was, I can't remember what I was dreaming about in the dream, but I remember waking up in my dream and because somebody was knocking on the door. And I went downstairs and it was like an electrician or something. And then all of a sudden I woke up from that and I was awake. And it was so weird. Like, I'm actually awake. Like, did somebody knock on? I asked my daughter, I said, did somebody just knock on the door? I just had to check, like, looking out the window and everything, making sure. But sometimes your dreams can be so real to like your outside perspective of what's going on around you, especially like if you dream something like somebody's knocked on, or if somebody rang, or the horrible dream that I had where I thought my house was alight. You know, they can be very, very real, and it can make you like second guess yourself for a moment. Is it right? Is it right? You know what happened? But that sounds really good. That Les, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out too.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
What was it
Good.
on again?
Electric Tree.
Yeah,
Prime. Is it
It's
on
on Prime.
Prime,
Yeah, it's on
okay.
Prime.
Right?
Cool. And I saw that it's funny, Catalyst made a comment about if you dream of going to the restroom,
Yes.
wake up.
Wake up.
But funny that you say that though, because I have had dreams where I've gone to the restroom, like had a wee, you know, and it felt like I was having a wee. And then when I wake up, I'm just checking myself, like,
It's like, oh no.
but I didn't. But I actually felt like I was going.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had those. Depends not needed, thank goodness.
I know, exactly. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's like, oh no, we're at that stage of life already. All right. Okay.
Time to go and get my little buggy.
Yeah,
You get the
exactly. I'm getting spinners on my buggy, but I'm buggy nonetheless. The
Yeah.
knots in the back.
lay a bunch of doggy pads down.
Exactly.
Sleep on
Exactly.
that.
Those,
Oh, really? Because I just put my doggy pads in the corner and I just go in the corner. That's what I do.
Oh, those are those nights where you're just like, oh, it can't be alright.
hey, don't kid yourself. I actually dated a guy who actually forewarned me that he pees the bed. I thought he
What?
was kidding.
What? Please tell me that happened. Like, I don't want that to have happened to you, but please tell me that happened. Oh, no.
Yeah, I know he was kidding. I thought he was kidding. I'm like, well, that's on me, right? That's all on me.
Well, you made the bed and you laid it.
You laid it. Eesh.
You didn't like tell him all these like hilariously funny jokes, did you, before bed as well? Like,
No, I'm not funny. What are you talking about?
oh, come on, you're a pisser. Oh, I should have said that word. I should have had the wrong word to use.
Cherry.
He was
Hashtag you're a pisser. Stevie J Raw 2021.
Yeah, I learned the hard way.
JD's like, oh, Les, red flags.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
Yeah,
want to say
exactly.
yellow flags. But
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yellow
was
flag.
going to say that.
yeah, yeah. That was a one and done for me. One and done.
Ooh, yeah, you don't want to have to keep dealing with that.
No. I hope he found someone that can.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get
just have
help
to-
for it as well.
Well, everyone deserves someone. But
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
for him, that's someone, not me.
Nope. Nor me.
It's probably gonna be like a cat.
I know, I didn't feel sorry
some
for
nurse.
like death, at least it wasn't a shit.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly. Yes. Trying to get the shitty end of the stick with that one, didn't he?
He did.
Is that my
That's
dad
one.
joke for the day?
That's one.
That's a good
Oh,
dad joke.
coming out.
That's funny. I'm just going through all these. Like when Keelan and I were doing these.
Sunshine, I thought he was kidding. Like, I honestly did. He told me just once and he left. I thought he was kidding. I thought it was a joke. Oh, I
honest
know.
about it, though.
Sunshine, I know. Well, that's just it. That's just it. And there's like people who say, you know what, I'm a real asshole. And then you look at them a week later, you're like, why are you being an asshole? They're like, well, I told you. I'm like, yeah, it's on me. You're absolutely right. I will remove myself immediately. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
I dated someone who honestly openly admitted she's like, I'm crazy. I was like, whatever. But she was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep, the
Yeah.
sign was there. The
Yeah,
billboard
when
was there,
people
wasn't it?
who is it? Maya Angelou says if when people tell you who they are, believe them. Like when they speak up, like absolutely believe them. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially when you feel like it's honest in that sense. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like that's something you just wouldn't tell somebody.
Right.
Like to you know, be disingenuous. It's not like you're saying, you know, I got the triple sixes, you know, I got 6 figures, I got the 6 foot, and I got a 6-inch foot. You know, it's like you know, people will so many times tell you what they are, and often they're
Yeah.
not that thing at all. But that's
Right.
normally when it's a good thing they're trying to say. But like if somebody says, "Hey, just let you know, I shit the bed every second night," it's like, okay, like,
I'm gonna go now.
yeah. Can we get the check, please? Check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I hear my mom calling me. I gotta go.
The street lights are out. It's time for bed. I
Yes,
gotta go.
it's really time for me to go.
Exactly. You know, okay, those people can't help it, and it's, you know, like you said, everyone, there's always someone for someone.
Yeah.
At least he was honest though.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Keeley, always such a sweetie. I'm sorry. I
And
was
the
just
only,
looking through these things that we did with the mindfulness stuff.
oh
I
yeah,
don't know if you guys have seen any of those videos, but there's like little projects that you do at the same
Yeah,
time.
your book that you went through.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's it.
So cool.
And I just
Oh,
found like
the whole alphabet.
the stuff.
Oh,
that I
that's really
did.
pretty.
And I got the finger paint and one of those what you call that circle thing that's on your avatar?
Mandala.
Yeah, the mandala. We got to create our own mandalas, and
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really nice.
Man, that is good.
we write a bunch of things down. And it's really good, man. It's a nice.
That's
Oof.
really nice.
You know,
So cool.
It's a nice thing to do, and it really calms you down. And there were times where I was like, you know, we would do these videos, and I just got off work, and I'm tired, and I'm grumpy, and then when we start doing it, it calms me down, and then I'm actually cool. And poor Keeley's got to go through the whole thing of me being, and then,
Yeah.
But that's good though that you can do
Yeah.
that though, because
Yeah.
you bring a lot of stuff home with you from work, and then you got to try and leave that behind, I guess.
Yeah, and those
That's cool.
videos will do it for you. You know, and that
Yeah.
practice, yeah, it really helps.
It's that mindful activity as well. Like I said, it's a form of meditating, and that's why it's calming you down so much. But you know, like, and the last one here I've got before going to that intuitive game is silence, which I kind of spoke a bit about before, in like having just a few moments of complete silence around you, like switching off the devices and just being in a quiet room without any music or anything, just focusing on your breathing. It's really helps you connecting with that inner voice as well. And so that is only like a little thing I would say about that, but it is really, really helpful. Sorry, I'm losing my voice.
So sorry, I didn't get you any water either. Sorry.
First we hydrate.
Fired. Canceled. Welcome to
So
your
rude.
cancellation video.
We're always so this close to getting the boot. That's guys for you.
Okay. I feel like there's one of these that I've got to take out of here. Right. Okay. So I explained this at the beginning of the video, but some of you may have joined since then, because we have about 10 more or so since then. So I've got this box here, and the way that this is going to work is I've got how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll show you what they are. We have an elephant.
Love that.
we have a fairy.
Your boy Fairy.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, that's right.
Where's Cherry with the hashtag?
Yeah,
Ooh, I love that.
That's so cool.
I love that.
That's Stevie. Crystal balls.
How did you tell they're implants?
Oh, that's beautiful.
A pendulum.
Gary's intuition's on the money today.
Yes.
Indeedy.
And
Yeah, the quill.
Love it. Love it.
so, but the way it's going to work, guys, is that you have a big part in the chat as well. And both these guys on the panel, as well as all of it, hopefully. I'm going to put on the screen and put one of the items in this box. And I want you to just take a moment I'm going to put them all in the box. Show you so you can take a moment to really focus. And then you can focus on what one you think is going to be in the box in a moment. I don't know if you can see it on
Nice. Just make sure you don't drop Stevie's ball because we'll hear it.
Well, somebody told me they have to drop someday. I don't know.
That was the doctor last week.
Ah, the doctor.
The doctor.
Very nice.
I feel like it's going to fall
I
out.
love that.
Just take a moment just to focus on everything in here. And first one like jumps out at you. Seconds. I'm gonna use 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That sucks because there was 2 that jumped out at me.
Yeah, me too. I think I got it.
Oh, bloody hell. It's kind of stuff. Okay. Are you ready, Gavin?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
My eyes look like they're still closed.
I'm ready.
Is that an Asian joke?
Right, okay.
Welcome to Keeley's cancellation.
Yeah. The cancellation
that.
stream.
Oh,
I don't even do it.
nah, you'll be all right.
Oh, you should never assume. Okay, so I'm going to ask you first because otherwise you could cheat. Put your answers what you think it was in the chat now. Everybody, if you wanted to join in, what do you think is in the box?
Can I put mine in the chat too?
Yes, of course you can. So it could have been the fair, or the pendulum, or the elephant, or the crystal ball, or the fairy, or the I think that was all of them. I can't remember.
The quill. Oh, you said
Oh,
quill.
the quill.
Okay.
I said, yeah, I'm going to say it.
All right.
Okay.
I was
Stevie,
drawn
what
to
do
2.
you- Okay. Go on,
Sorry,
then,
go on.
But
Mm-mm.
your little button
I'm still
in it.
thinking.
Okay, Stevie, what do you feel like that it was?
I felt it was the fairy, but I also felt like it was something else first, and then it changed to that. So that's
Well,
what I
I
got.
changed my mind a lot of times.
Okay.
Which one I was going to put in?
Trick us.
By the way, if you get it wrong, it don't matter because you're not going to get everyone right. Even when I do this on other people's videos, I don't get everyone right. Gary, what do you think it was?
All right. Well, to be honest, I was going between the elephant and the crystal ball, but then I was really drawn to the crystal ball. So.
Me too. Me too. That's awesome.
Zoomed
Maybe
in.
maybe I was just picking up your
Could be.
thoughts.
It's the glasses.
And the earbuds.
Exactly.
Okay.
We got to stick together.
And do you think crystal ball as well?
Hmm.
Les, you said crystal ball as well?
I did, yeah. I said crystal ball.
I don't think anybody is answer.
Is it the pendulum?
Okay. It's the pendulum.
Ah, you got it still.
Nice.
You say you
Nice.
got it still.
You were close with the fairy. You went with the fairy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I said the fairy. I just kept getting the feeling that it was
Something
going back and
dangly.
forth. Well, no, I just got a back and forth feeling. That's what
Oh,
I got.
because it's on a chain.
Ah,
Back and
Mm.
forth. Yeah.
very intuitive.
He
At
is.
this time, before I show you, I'm going to find out. So just let me focus on which one. Okay. Rather than being high testing shit show. Okay. So just wait. You can't see the pendulum. Focus on everything in the box. So there's the elephant, crystal ball, fairy, quill, and pendulum. Focus on which one I'm gonna leave in the box. It gives you 10 more seconds. 5. Okay. Okay, so this time I decided what I was going to leave in the box before I took it out. You can put your answer in the comment chat, if you will, what you think is in this box right now.
Oh God! If I get this wrong, I suck.
I'm going to ask my pendulum. I'm going to cheat.
You cheat.
Ooh, disqualification coming up.
Yes. Welcome to my cancellation.
It's your intuition. Don't doubt the thing when you was looking in that box, what was popping out to you.
Is it wrong at this point that I saw a boot? Because we've been talking about everybody getting the boots over.
Hi, Nikki Harrison.
You should have used Monopoly pieces.
Yeah.
There's a boot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Let me all know when you're ready.
I'm good. I'm good.
Gary, are you?
Oh yeah, I put my answer in already.
Oh, okay. Right, Steve, I'll start with you again. What do you feel like it was?
I had the whole time I had the feeling it was an elephant. That was what I got.
Okay, Gary.
You know, I was thinking that at the very beginning, but I saw the quill.
Okay.
Okay, Garrett, you need to stop that because me too. I said the feather. Yeah, I said the quill.
Okay. So we've had a bit of a mixture of different answers today. Just now. So the answer is the elephant. Gary, you should have
Damn
listened
it,
to this part. Because that was your
Bravo,
intuition.
people with the
talking.
elephant.
Yes. So
Awesome.
it was the elephant.
You're good.
That's so
Gary
cool.
screwed
I
me
love
up
it.
with his focus shift.
I know.
You should
I guess I was hoping it was the quill. Cause
Well, so was I.
At first, I was thinking elephant, but then I changed my mind because
You shouldn't change your mind.
Did you repeat
just
the
go
word
with your-
quill over and over again in your head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I am picking up on you.
Sorry.
Because all I heard was quill, 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 quill.
Yeah.
At least put it into a song for her, Gary. Like, put it into a song for her, man. Like,
Quill.
So everyone got it right.
awesome. Love it.
And I'm gonna do 2 more rounds of this with you. Let's see. Okay, so focus on the box and see what pops out to you. I've already decided what I'm gonna leave in there. Hi, Dr. Soup.
Soups is here.
Hey, Soupsies.
Hey, doctor.
It's all right, Soups. You're just now. All you missed was Stevie being right and me and Les being wrong.
Typical.
First time ever.
Why? Why is it always you?
Focus on whatever the one came out in your mind first.
Okay. I'll focus on that then.
Closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I'm good.
You got yours going.
Yeah. I went with my
Okay,
first
guys.
thought this time.
Put when you thought it was in the chat as well. You guys watching? And I'll just go around again. Stevie, what did you feel it was?
I had the quill this time, the feather.
Gary.
I had your boy Fairy.
You're the fairy.
And he had no banana.
Oh. Crooked or otherwise.
Is there any other kind?
Nope.
Nope.
Leslie, you got the crystal ball.
I did, yeah.
I was looking at that.
Let's see what it is. I'm sure I never got the box.
Damn it.
Hey, well done.
I finally got one right.
Good job. Well done.
Yay.
Well done.
Thank you.
No. Just before you put it away, that thing like shined in my eyes, like pick me.
It's so pretty.
Well, then you should have gone with it. If
I
you
know.
got down to it.
I was looking at the fairy just because I thought it would be funny if it was a fairy. So I didn't say anything. And then that crystal ball was like, and
I was just trying to get your
I
attention.
chose wrong. This is why I don't win the lottery.
I'm sure.
Hey, you know, some dude bought won the lottery, won 65 million and like in close to me. And I went to go
Wow.
get gas the other day, and that was the place he got the ticket.
Oh my god!
It's like, damn it.
Did you get a ticket?
No.
That close.
Yeah, so close.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so it's really hard to try and keep them on still. Stay. Okay, it's just focus. Focus on your breathing as well. Got it.
You got in trouble.
Always.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sound like you poured something in it. Thank you. I love you.
I'm good.
Yeah, I put my answer in.
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah.
ready?
Liz, I was thinking that, but I was drawn to something else.
Go with what you were drawing it with, not what you was
Mercy.
thinking.
Hmm?
Always go with what you're drawn with, not what you think. What you straight drawn to. It's like what you know. You know that it's there, not what you think is there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I've been doing it wrong. But I still went with the elephant.
Okay.
I went with the fairy this time.
I love the fairy.
Went with the feather.
Go with the feather.
Oh, I wanted to trick you. So.
Oh!
That is not
You're
nice.
canceled.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Gary,
You put a block on it.
where's the boot?
Yeah, where
Boot.
is that boot?
I can't do it.
Who
I
else
have
got that?
control.
Someone got it. Someone got it. I know they did.
That's why you need to
Gia.
separate
Sunshine.
up and-
Sunshine and Mary Lynn. And nope, that was
Nice, good
before.
work.
That was before.
We'll do one last go of this.
Who got it?
All right.
Gia, I think Gia got it.
Well, now that we know you're a trickster,
I know, right?
No
this
faith.
game has changed.
You're like the casino. The house always wins.
Yep. Yep.
All right, I know what you're gonna put in there.
Okay, I'm harnessing my feng shui.
Let me just pick something.
It's not gonna be anything that's in that box right now.
Right. This time, I'm gonna pick 2. So I'm letting you all know that now.
Okay.
Okay. So I just move this pendulum. I'm just holding it so you can see. Closing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm good. I should stop saying that. I don't mean like I'm good.
You are good.
There's a lack of humility there. No, I'm done. I have my answer. That's what I should say.
As far as this game goes, I'm bad.
Okay.
You got one, didn't you? And Gary, you got it as well.
And
Okay, Stevie, what were you first? What did you?
Elephant and feather. Oh, sorry, elephant and fairy is what I had. Elephant and fairy. That's what I had.
Elephant and fairy. Gary,
I got feather and fairy.
Ooh, the F's.
For fuck's sake.
Les.
Elephant and pendulum.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, you were digging deep there too.
I was, yeah, I was.
Oh,
Oh, Gary.
I got it right.
Good one.
But
Nice.
Stevie also said feather and fairy.
Yeah.
You changed it. You
Yeah.
changed
I
it.
did.
You
Yeah.
you second guessed
didn't even
yourself.
notice.
Yeah.
I just
Holy
saw,
crap.
in my mind, I saw a feather with the just like that, just like how you have it right now.
Good
Nice one,
job,
man.
man.
That's how I
Good
saw
job.
Nice one. Well done. Well
I feel
done.
like I'm like
Holy cow.
praising a dog right now, but good job.
Oh. No, you did it. I think you gave me your energy, and I saw it.
So
Well, then
cool.
Liz is like, why are you not? Why didn't you
Yeah.
send out the right answer? That
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. You threw me off. You're a plant. She planted you to get in my head.
He's like throwing chum in the water.
Yeah,
To get the
throwing
sharks out.
shade into my head.
I'm a chum.
this though, Natalia got it, and I've seen a lot of people who got at least one of them right. And this is intuition training. This isn't like to make anyone feel good or bad whether their intuition is good, because you're not going to get every single one anyway. It's just training the intuition. It's like a muscle. You have to train it to get stronger. Like I said, when I did it on, because I got this idea from a very, very big channel that I like, that I used to train my intuition. I got some wrong as well. Like I didn't get everyone right. And Marilyn said, "I thought, no, you don't."
No,
That's the
nobody
No.
sucks.
No one
Thing.
sucks. Please don't
No
speak
one
badly
sucks.
about yourself. You're
This isn't
amazing.
about anyone sucking or being amazing at it. It's just
Oh,
training
Cherry, where are
that
you?
part of your brain.
I suck banana slurpees.
Yes, exactly, Natalia. It's what comes to you immediately. It's like don't like focus and change and guess and whatever. Then it's the one that your eyes look at first. Like
Just like with the crystal ball, Les. Remember that one
Yep.
the first time?
Yep.
Because I was drawn to it.
Yeah.
And
It
then
was really shiny in me.
Yeah. But see, this very last time, I actually I honestly tried, because I think the first few times I was just kind
I'll do
of
one
messing
last
around
go of
and just
this.
guessing. But when Keeley said don't guess, just actually, see what's in your mind and what you feel, and it actually worked this time.
It did. Good job.
Good work, man.
Yeah.
Good work.
Very
Uh-huh.
impressive.
I know I said the last one was the last goal, but this is the last goal. Sorry.
Oh
You
God,
can't
my
see.
mind is. I need a cig.
So do I. Okay. I don't know anything there. Okay, I'm only going to pick one this time. And I've got it in my mind what I'm going to be picking. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm ready.
I think I'm good.
I think so too. Well, if I'm
Stevie
honest,
was ready
still
before
don't
we
suck.
even took it out that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He knew straight away. Like, okay, Stevie, what did you get?
I said pendulum.
Pendulum. Okay, Gary, what did you get?
I got elephant.
Elephant. Where's
Fairy.
Fairy. Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
Feather. Oh, nice.
Hey, at least there was
Nice.
F's
It's,
in
I
all of our
know.
guesses.
So cool. So
Yes.
cool, though.
That was a lot of fun, though.
that was.
I love that. That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
I should have went with my gut. I felt that, but I think I just wanted it to be the elephant.
I think we can screw ourselves up that way. Like we want it to be a certain thing, and so we'll like override our knowing.
And that's in like
Yeah.
in general as well. And that's what
I guess
helps you
that's why-
separate that. That's it says shrimp.
Well, this is a good lesson.
The elephant
we must practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just gonna happen
Yep.
overnight, you know.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just
But-
one of the things that you can do. Is a lot of training,
But I
things
feel
like
like
that.
all of us, like, even if we got it wrong, the one that you opened up, we all had a feeling for. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Gia. Gia got 3 right.
Well done, Dale.
Ooh, good job,
That's
Gia.
awesome.
Very
So
nice.
cool.
Excuse me.
Oh, I knew that. I was gonna guess that, Dr. Soups. My intuition was telling me this. It's been a long.
Welcome
week,
to the Psychic Network.
But
Yeah.
it was the word week. I had banana in my head.
One banana. It's been a one banana.
Oh, jeez. Is it over 6 inches?
There you go. You got it.
Not everybody hears that.
Oh, gosh. Right, well, closing thoughts. I'm going to go around everybody and I'll do mine at the
Okay.
end. But Stevie, your closing thoughts.
Oh, wow.
man.
Well,
2 hours already.
I just want to say, well, my thoughts are like, I've been working on just being open. That's the thing I'm trying to work on, like for me, because I was closed off for so long. So just working on being open to different things and people and energies. And I think it's so good to come on and have this, chat with you guys and do this exercise. It's so much fun. And like I'm learning all the time, and I'm so keen to learn more. So yeah, this was just so much fun. And thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for coming. Gary, you monkey boy, Gary.
Yeah, Stevie, I've never been more attracted to you in my whole life than right now. You're so sexy.
Don't stop. Ooh.
No, I love your spirit, man. I really do. And I love how you've been opening up and being very positive and being open about being positive. And the stuff that you're covering on your channel is phenomenal, man. It's really good.
Thanks, mate. That's really nice.
As for me, yeah, same thing, man. I'm just trying to let go of all the negativity because there's still so many times where the things I've been through haunts me, and it just keeps coming back in my mind, and I'm trying every day to just let these thoughts go. And Keeley's been so lovely in helping me with that, just being in my life, period. And every day that I actually get to speak to her on the phone, like after work, it's just I love it. You know what I mean? She's such a wonderful, lovely person, and that's why I've been just, trying to help her out with her channel in any way I can. And you guys just, please show some love there to all of these 3 lovely people's channels. Les has another channel, and I'm gonna let her speak on that because it's not
It's in the
for me to talk
description.
about. But it's in the script. Yeah. So I'll give the floor to you, my lovely Les.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. That was so nice. This was fantastic. I love talking. I could talk about this stuff for days and not sleep. It is right up my alley. And as Gary said, I have a second channel. Actually, it's a third channel because our podcast is the third. And so it's the sweet spot of the soul, and it's all manifestation positivity because honestly, there's just too much. I wanted to move my main channel to positive, but there's so much negativity wrapped around it just because of Amber herself. I couldn't do it. Like energetically, I couldn't do it. So I had to create a new space. And it is everything that I wanted. The comments are beautiful and people are lovely. Not that people aren't lovely in, within the community, but there's no hate there. There's no random haters. There's no, amber stands. There's no whatever. So, yeah. And it's just getting started. I have like 20 videos up, like nothing, like it's a month old. So but I upload 3 times a week. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. But thank you so much. This is fantastic. And I cannot wait, Keeley, for you to come on the Sweet Spot. We can play some games on the Sweet Spot.
Yeah.
It's such a good channel. So positive. So positive. Just like, Keeley stuff too. So positive. Yeah. It's great.
Oh, I love that. And thank you guys for coming on, and thank you all you guys in the chat for sticking around as well. And obviously, please subscribe if you're new here, and if you're not already subscribed to any of these channels, I don't have a link to your podcast, Les. Sorry, my love.
Well, it's
in the description, but if you send it me, I'll put it in the description. Of this
it's
video.
If anyone's trying to find it, it's Descent into the Wormhole, and we'll have a new episode out tomorrow morning, which will be perfection or perception versus perfection, and what we all perceive as perfect, is it really perfect? Probably not.
Yeah.
And does perfection exist at all? So yeah.
Very, very cool. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't mean to jump in again, but I just wanted to say one more thing, which is the link that's pinned at the top, the pledge to the Art of Elysium. Please go check that out and donate, and you can go to Soup's channel and watch that whole stream again. It's so much fun.
It was a fun stream.
But yeah.
So good. So good. Great job by Dr. Soup.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it is. So I'll add the Les and Stevie's podcast link in the description of this video when I get it on. And then so please go and check that out, because I need to go. I will listen to that as well, so I'll be checking that out. And thank you all for coming. And it's been a lot of fun. I would love to do this again and do some intuition training with some people again. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
I like it.
So good.
Another time, might have to see if we can get like someone else out, so I can join in as well.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Could take turns or something.
Yes.
But yes, everyone take care and have a wonderful weekend. I will be live next on Tuesday with my card stream and doing my free card readings at the same time, 10:30 PM UK, 5:30 PM EST. So I'm sending you all lots of love, and we'll leave it here to wrap now, guys.